Russia Explained: History, Culture, Power, and Secrets of the World's Largest Country. 1. Introduction to Russia. Russia is not merely a country. It is a vast, breathing continent that spans two worlds, Europe and Asia. A land of endless horizons, where snow-kissed forests meet golden steppes and ancient rivers carve through time itself. In this journey, we will uncover the soul of Russia, its wild beauty, turbulent history, towering achievements, and the quiet fire that still burns in its people. 2. Geography and natural wonders of Russia. From the frozen heart of Siberia to the crystal depths of the world's oldest lake, Russia's geography is a symphony of extremes, raw, majestic, and unforgettable. Russia's scale defies imagination. It is a realm of primeval taiga forests, endless tundra, thunderous rivers, and wonders that seem forged by the hands of giants. Siberia, the last true wilderness. Siberia is Russia's wild soul, 77% of the country's land, yet home to fewer people than a single megacity. Here, the taiga stretches like an emerald ocean. Winters bite with teeth of minus 40 degrees Celsius, and silence reigns supreme. Yet beneath the ice lies treasure: oil, gas, diamonds, and gold. Bears, wolves, and reindeer roam freely. Siberia is not just a place. It is Earth's final frontier of untamed freedom. Major rivers, the veins of a giant. Russia's rivers are its lifelines, carrying stories across thousands of kilometers. The Volga, Europe's longest river, flows like liquid history through the heart of the nation, feeding cities, farms, and dreams. Beside it stand the mighty Ob, Yenisei, and Lena, each a roaring artery that connects the remote with the restless, powering economy and imagination alike. Lake Baikal, the sacred eye of Siberia. Lake Baikal is not a lake, it is a living legend. The deepest lake on Earth, over 1,600 meters, holds 20% of the planet's unfrozen freshwater, more than 25 million years old, older than humanity itself. Its waters are so clear you can peer into eternity, the only home of the enchanting Baikal seal. In winter, it becomes a frozen cathedral of transparent ice, where footsteps echo like prayers across time. Climate zones, a country of many seasons. Russia wears every climate like a crown of many jewels. Siberia in the north, brutal winters that sculpt character, summers that feel like stolen blessings. European Russia, gentle, almost European warmth, where Moscow blooms in spring. The Arctic, a realm of polar night and midnight sun, where ice whispers ancient secrets. This diversity forges a people who are both resilient and romantic. 3. History of Russia. From the thunder of Viking longships on the Dnieper to the quiet collapse of an empire, Russia's history is an epic written in fire, blood, and unbreakable will. Early Kievan Rus, 9th through 13th century. The story begins with Kievan Rus, a federation born from Viking traders and Slavic spirit. Centered in Kiev, it embraced Eastern Orthodox Christianity in 988, weaving Byzantine gold into Russian soul. Then came the Mongol storm. The Golden Age fell, but the embers of greatness never died. Rise of the Russian Empire, 16th through 19th century. Power shifted to Moscow. Tsars rose like new suns. Ivan the Terrible, crowned the first Tsar, and forged a nation with iron. Peter the Great dragged Russia into modernity, built St. Petersburg, and opened windows to Europe. Catherine the Great expanded the empire across continents and filled it with Enlightenment light. By the 19th century, Russia was a colossus, yet cracks were forming beneath the crown. The Russian Revolution, 1917. Poverty, war, and a weak Tsar ignited revolution. The monarchy crumbled. Lenin's Bolsheviks seized the reins, ending one empire and birthing another. Soviet Union era, 1922 to 1991. The Soviet Union became a red phoenix. Stalin turned a shattered land into an industrial superpower, yet at a terrible cost. The USSR challenged America in the Cold War, launched humanity into space, and left an indelible mark on the 20th century. Collapse of the Soviet Union, 1991. Economic exhaustion, corruption, and cries for freedom shattered the Union. In 1991, the red flag came down. Russia rose again, independent, transformed, and ready to write its next chapter.
4. Famous leaders and figures of Russia. Visionaries who bent history to their will. Emperors, modernizers, and masters of destiny. Vladimir Putin, born in 1952 in St. Petersburg, former KGB officer, president since 2000. He restored central strength, reasserted Russia's voice on the world stage, and became a symbol of unyielding sovereignty, loved by many, fiercely debated by others. Peter the Great, the modernizer who built a navy, founded St. Petersburg, and commanded Russia to stand tall among European powers. He didn't just rule, he reinvented an empire. Catherine the Great, the empress who expanded Russia's borders, championed arts and education, and made the empire a beacon of culture and intellect. A woman who ruled like a lion. Together, they represent three eternal flames: modernization, expansion, and enduring power. 5. Major cities and landmarks of Russia. Cities that feel like poems carved in stone, where history dances with grandeur. St. Petersburg, the Venice of the North. Peter the Great's masterpiece of canals, pastel palaces, and white knights. The Hermitage holds more art than you could see in a lifetime. Here, Europe and Russia kiss under midnight sun. The Kremlin, fortress of power. Crowned by golden domes and ruby-red walls, the Kremlin has been the beating heart of Russian authority for centuries, home to czars, Soviet leaders, and today's president. Red Square, Russia's living stage. Flanked by the fairy tale colors of St. Basil's Cathedral and the solemn presence of Lenin's mausoleum, Red Square has witnessed coronations, revolutions, and parades that shook the world. 5. Culture and traditions of Russia. Russia's culture is a grand ballet of the soul, passionate, profound, and impossible to forget. Music, dance, and ballet. From Tchaikovsky's soaring symphonies to the ethereal grace of the Bolshoi Ballet performing Swan Lake, Russian art speaks directly to the heart. Folk dances explode with color and energy, telling stories older than empires. Traditional clothing and festivals. Women in flowing sarafans, men in embroidered kosovarodka. Maslenitsa, the wild pancake week, chases winter away with blini, laughter, and bonfires. Orthodox Christmas and Victory Day weave faith and remembrance into the national rhythm. The soul of Orthodoxy. Golden-domed churches and ancient icons remind Russians that spirituality is woven into their very identity, introduced in 988 and still shining brightly today. 7. Russian food.
a taste of tradition. Russian cuisine is winter's warm embrace, rich, hearty, and made with love passed down through generations. Borscht, the ruby red beet soup that comforts like a grandmother's hug.
Pelmeni, Siberia's gift, delicate meat-filled dumplings often frozen in vast batches for the long, cold months. Blini, thin, golden pancakes that celebrate life, sweet with jam or luxurious with caviar. Every dish tells a story of survival, hospitality, and joy. 8. Science and space achievements of Russia. Russia didn't just reach for the stars, it grabbed them first. Soviet space program. Sputnik 1, 1957, ignited the space age. Then came Yuri Gagarin, the first human in orbit, smiling from space in 1961 and proving that dreams could escape gravity. From the periodic table to nuclear breakthroughs and rocket science, Russian minds have repeatedly rewritten what is possible. 9. Military power and global influence of Russia. With the world's largest nuclear arsenal and a military forged in centuries of conflict, Russia remains a strategic colossus. A permanent UN Security Council member, energy giant, and guardian of vast borders, Russia shapes global balance, respected, sometimes feared, always impossible to ignore. 10. Economy and natural resources of Russia. Built on Siberian oil and gas, vast mineral wealth, and industrial might, Russia's economy is a sleeping dragon that stirs with every global shift. It feeds the world with grain, powers Europe and Asia with energy, and invests boldly in technology and defense, proving that resources and resilience make a formidable combination. 11. Sports and entertainment in Russia. Russia lives and breathes sport. Football ignites stadiums. Ice hockey is religion. Hosting the 2018 FIFA World Cup showcased a modern, welcoming Russia to the planet. From the Bolshoi's ballet to world-class cinema and music festivals, entertainment here is never mere distraction. It is passion made visible. 12. Russian media and film industry. Russian cinema is philosophy on screen. Tarkovsky's meditative masterpieces, Eisenstein's revolutionary montage, and modern gems like Leviathan continue to influence the world. Literature by Tolstoy and Dostoevsky feeds the silver screen, turning human struggle into timeless art. 13. Literature and famous writers of Russia. Russian literature is the mirror of the human soul. Leo Tolstoy painted entire civilizations in war and peace. Fyodor Dostoevsky dissected guilt, faith, and redemption with surgical precision. Their words don't just tell stories, they change how we see ourselves. 14. Interesting facts about Russia. The Trans-Siberian Railway, 9,289 kilometers of pure wonder. The Cyrillic alphabet, 33 letters of unique beauty. 11 time zones, one country, many dawns and dusks. Russia is a land of superlatives and surprises. 15. Modern Russia today. Today's Russia is a dazzling fusion. Skyscrapers rising beside golden domes, AI labs humming where once Cossacks rode, and a people who honor ancient traditions while racing into tomorrow. From Moscow's neon pulse to Siberian villages preserving folk wisdom, Russia remains fiercely itself, innovative, proud, and endlessly fascinating. 16. Conclusion. Russia's global importance. Russia is more than a country. It is a force of nature, vast, complex, resilient, and profoundly influential. From its frozen wilderness to its soaring achievements in space, art, and power, Russia has shaped human history like few others. It bridges continents, cultures, and eras,
It challenges, inspires, and endures. In Russia, the past and future dance together under the same endless sky, and the world is richer for it.